Let me know. Is that better? Is it good? Is it good? All right, cool. All right. Now, back to what I was saying. NFL. We got to talk. Y'all dogging my Bills. Bills Mafia. I am not feeling NFL.com right now and the power rankings. We're going to get right into it. Number one in the power rankings is the Eagles. I'm fine with that. I'm totally fine with that. I'm not mad about it. I'm okay with that. I'm okay. The rankings 11-1, and I've said this in the weeks prior that I'm okay with them being number one because of their rankings and so forth and so on. All right. Number two, though, Dallas Cowboys. All right. Now here's my dilemma. I actually had San Francisco number one in my book from the NFC to go to the Super Bowl, and I had the Dallas Cowboys number two. Well, now they're number two in the rankings. So I'm kind of I don't know how I feel about that one. I don't know how I feel about them being number two. But let me see what they're saying. They're saying the Cowboys turned a nail biter into a howler in the fourth quarter, scoring 33 unanswered points in the final 15 minutes. 54-19, pacing on the Colts Sunday Night Football. Former Indy first-round pick Malik Hooker put the game away with the fumble return score. Early in the final quarter, Dallas's third defensive touchdown this season. If we're going to base power rankings on a game like the Dallas Cowboys and the Colts, this whole thing should be thrown off. Like we have to stop this. We have to stop. Okay. So, all right, you put Dallas Cowboys number two. Their record's 9-3. Fine. Okay, because I had Dallas Cowboys number two as my pick, my opinion, my pick to go to the Super Bowl. That's fine. Number three. This is where I get mad. Okay, this is where I get mad. This is where the anguish and the emotional damage starts to come out. Okay, Cincinnati Bengals, number three. Cincinnati Bengals are 8-4. Goes on to say Joe Burrow is the truth. On Sunday, Bengals coach Zach Taylor asked his young quarterback to put a dagger through the heart of the mighty Chiefs on 3rd and long in the final 2 minutes. Burrow happily obliged, delivering a perfect 14-yard strike to T. Higgins. Goes on. Okay, we get it. They beat the Chiefs. They figure out the Chiefs the last 7 times in a row. They have the Chiefs number. We agreed on that. I was actually praising them for that. But that does not give them the number 3 spot in the power rankings for week 14. No, does not. Joe Burrow has an abysmal offensive line. He's still finding his way. Fine. Right. They gave my Bills. Bills Mafia. They gave us number 4 this week. Number 4. Come on, yo. Chiefs number 5. Vikings number 6, who's 10-2. Vikings are number 6. They're 10-2. How do you give the Bengals number 3 and give the Vikings 10-2? What are we doing? This isn't from a third-party source. This isn't someone just on a regular channel. This is NFL.com, the power rankings this week, guys. This is from NFL.com. You can go check it out yourself if you want to. All right. Chiefs number 5, Vikings number 6, 49ers number 7, Dolphins number 8, Titans number 9, Jets number 10, Ravens number 11, Seahawks number 12, Commanders 13, Giants 14, and the Raiders 15. How do you even put the Raiders over the Buccaneers? Buccaneers are 16. I'm really at a loss for words, just from these power rankings. What's up, Forrest? I gotta talk to you guys, man. I gotta talk to you guys. What's up, Forrest? Ashley says they just put names in a hat and draw out random. Yo, it's that's what it sounds like. That's what it sounds like. We'll take the top 15 teams and just throw them in a hat. You guys pick them out, and that's what we'll do for the power rankings for Week 14. Gregory says Vikings play Packers, Bears, Lions twice each. That's why they're ranked low. Drop every team 6. Mikey Cardinal, what's up, man? Shout out to you. All right. I like I said, I'm at a loss for words, and I don't want to go on a rant, but this is just wild to me. Eagles number 1, Dallas number 2, Bengals number 3. If I'm basically setting this up the way that I see things, I'm going Eagles 1, Vikings 2, Bills 3, Chiefs 4, Bengals 5, San Francisco 6, Dolphins number 7, Titans number 8. I guess you could throw the Jets in at number. No, I go Ravens number 9, Jets number 10, and then I'm tossing my 11 to the Giants. Yeah. And Buccaneers. I guess Buccaneers, you got to go. Yeah, they'd have to go 13 because Commanders got to go 12. Yeah, the top 10 is just completely out of whack. It's completely out of whack. Richard says Vikings overrated. I mean, they'll sneak into the playoffs, though, right? They'll sneak into the playoffs, and we'll see what happens. But I think that's a fair top 10. I don't think I'm asking for too much. I think that's realistic. I think that makes sense for the majority of football fans out here. Right? All right. Anyways, let's get into it. So tomorrow, like I said, I will be streaming Thursday Night Football. We're going to have your Las Vegas Raiders, Los Angeles Rams. Raiders record is 5-7, Rams 3-9. The Las Vegas Raiders are 6.5 point favorites. On the matchup predictor, 79.2%, 20.6% for the Rams. As far as your injury report, you have Tyler Hull out, Andrew Billings out, J.N. Brown, Jesper Horsted, Rock Ya-Sin are out for the Raiders, and then for the Rams, Terrell Lewis, Trayvon Howard, Lance McCutcheon, Brandon Powell, and Troy Hill. All right. If you have not been under a rock, you would know that Baker Mayfield has went over to the Rams. So, how is that going to play a big part in what these Rams are capable of and what they're going to do? Do you think Baker going over to the Rams is going to make much of a difference? That's my next question. Alex says, where did the Rams fans go? Oh man, Philip, what's up, Philip? Shout out to the Wrench Gang. Yeah, Baker Mayfield is now a part of the Rams organization. Elk says, hell nah. Forrest Green, not really. Teddy says, fade the Raiders. Wow. Okay. All right. Because I'm looking at the poll now. We got 33 in the poll, 64% for the Raiders. So, okay. Over under is 43.5. So 43.5. Minus 6.5 for the Raiders. Minus 285 on the money line. Plus 228 on the money line for the Rams. Let's look at the last 5. The Raiders have actually potentially pulled some things together offensively, it looks like, and they're starting to win. They lost to Jacksonville. They lost to the Colts. One against Denver. One against Seattle. One against the Chargers. So I definitely see the Raiders taking this one. I'm actually going to go ahead and take them for a full 7 instead of that 6.5. But yeah, I'm going to go Raiders on this one by 7. I do think it may be a high-scoring game, so I'll take the over as well. Both sides have terrible defense. So, yeah, I'm going to go the over. Raiders by 7 for that one. Richard says if they let Baker just go gunslinger, he gets the win. I have no faith in Baker whatsoever. But I'll tell you this. I am kind of excited to watch this game and obviously stream it with you guys because we'll see if he's able to bounce back, right? I love an underdog. You guys know that. I love an underdog story. So we'll see what happens. Teddy says almost tied Rams last time in preseason, first game in the stadium. This is the first real Rams-Raiders game in new stadium. Raiders cheated a tie last time. Look, game might be a tie. So that's what I'm saying. Like I do expect a high-scoring game because defensively they're both terrible. Defensively, they are both allowing. Raiders are allowing 24.7 points per game. The Rams are allowing 23. So there you go. But I will be taking the Raiders by 7. All right. Next up, my Bills Mafia and the Jets. Jets. Looking at the matchup predictor. 17.5% for the Jets, 82.3% for the Bills. Getting into the injury report, Dwayne Brown is questionable, George Fant questionable, DJ Reed questionable, LaMarcus Joyner questionable, and Max Mitchell is out for the Jets. For the Bills, Von Miller. This one breaks my heart. Von Miller is out for the season, guys. Von Miller is out for the season. If you were not alerted of that news, I got that news about 5 hours ago. I did post it up on the community chat so you guys would know. But yeah, Von Miller is out for the season if you were not aware. Reggie Gilliam is questionable. David Quesenberry is questionable. Mitch Morse is questionable. Also Matt Milano. With Von Miller being out, we need Matt Milano back. We need Matt Milano back. He needs to get well. Definitely a huge contribution on the defense. And with that said, we're going to need him so we can win out these last few games. Spread is going to be 9.5 for the Bills. Minus 455 on the money line for my bettors out there. Plus 345 on the money line for the Jets. Over under is 44. What's up, CJ? Shout out to you, bro. What's going on with you? Obviously, you know I'm going with my Bills. Over under is 44. I do expect the over to hit on this. I'm taking Bills by a landslide. Mike White ain't going to do nothing with these Bills. Defense is going to eat them alive. I think this is going to be a statement game. I think the Bills have to blow the Jets out because we need to be number 2 at least in the power rankings come week 15. So we need a blow-up victory here. I would like to see at least 40 put up by the Bills. Bills Mafia, where you at? And yeah, so that's simply put. You guys should already know that. Getting into your Browns and Bengals next. Bengals are favored by 6 points. Brown record is 5-7. Cincinnati Bengals record is 8-4. 29.9% on the matchup predictor for the Browns. 69.7% for the Bengals. All right. Injury report for the Browns. A.J. Green, questionable. Myles Garrett, questionable. James Hudson, questionable. David Bell, questionable. Anthony Swartz is on IR. For the Bengals, Hayden Hurst is doubtful. Brandon Wilson is out. And Joe Mixon is questionable. The Bengals are favored by 6 points. Moneyline minus 267, plus 215. For the Browns, over and under is 47. Looking into the points allowed for both sides, Browns are allowing 25 points per game. Bengals are allowing 21.3. Yards allowed, 226 by the Bengals on the passing side, 114 on the rushing side. 127 on the rushing side for the Browns. So I feel like the Bengals will get off a little more on the rushing game than the Browns will. Last 5 for the Bengals: win against Carolina, win against Pittsburgh, win against Tennessee, and win against the Chiefs. I do say that the Bengals will upset, or well, not really an upset, but they're going to take this one. I'll take them by the points. Take them by the 6, which is really a touchdown, but you know how Vegas does it. I'm going to go 6 and under for the Bengals for this one. CJ says, Jay Reason, who's your favorite football team or player? Come on now. You been listening, bro? Bills Mafia, man. Gabe Davis is my current favorite player. All right. Patrick Mahomes III says, Browns always crush the Bengals. Browns will win because they have Amari Cooper and Deshaun and Nick Chubb. I think it's going to be a good game. It's going to be a good game, but the Bengals are going to take it. All right. Next up, we have Texans and the Cowboys. Yo, matchup predictor, 5.1% for the Texans, 94.9% for the Cowboys. What can we say about the Texans that we haven't already said? They're terrible. It's a terrible football team. They're going to need some significant changes on the running side, some significant changes defensively. Davis Mills is still developing as a quarterback. Dallas is favored by 16.5 here. But I will say this for my bettors. For my bettors out there, Texans are plus 950. So if you guys want to play the money game, drop a little short change on that plus 950. Cash out as soon as they score. As soon as they score. Because, yeah, that's just the reality of it. Texans aren't going to win this game. I'm going to take Dallas, obviously, by 2 touchdowns. But for my people who know how to bet and who know how to hedge, you know how to play that 950. So, there it is. Next up, we got the Vikings and the Lions. Vikings and the Lions. Detroit is actually favored by 2.5. Matchup predictors, 56.8% for the Vikings, 42.6% for the Lions, which is really interesting. It's really interesting. I would think that the matchup predictor would be a lot higher for the Vikings, but it seems like people think this is more so even than what obviously it should be. All right, for the Vikings, we have Patrick Peterson, questionable. Harrison Smith, questionable. Daniel Hunter, questionable. Christian Darrisaw, questionable. BC Johnson on IR. For the Lions, we have Jeff Okudah, Nate Sudfeld, DeAndre Swift, Khalif Raymond, and Deshaun Elliott, all questionable for the Lions. Lions, like I said, Lions are favored by 2.5, minus 140 on the money line. 51.5 is the over-under, and that's really interesting. So Vegas is expecting a high-scoring game. I feel like this may be a defensive battle. Considering, let's look at the last 5 for Detroit. One against Green Bay, 15-9. One against Chicago, 31-30. One against the Giants, 31-18. Lost to the Bills, 28-25. One against the Jaguars, 40-14. So if you look at, I would say, the lower tier teams, it's high scoring, right? Because the defenses suck. It's garbage. But when you look at them playing against actual teams that can compete defensively, they're low scoring. So I think the under works on this. And I'm going to go Vikings by a field goal. I'll go Vikings by a field goal on this one. Vikings have won against the Commanders 20-17. They won against Buffalo 33-30. Lost to Dallas. Lost to Dallas in probably one of the biggest upsets this year, 40-3. One against New England 33-26. One against the Jets 27-22. I'm taking the Vikings by 3. King Nash, yeah, man, I brought it up earlier when we were talking about the Bills prediction. All right, next up, we got your Philadelphia Eagles and the Giants. The Giants, Philadelphia Eagles are 11-1. New York Giants 7-4-1. 73.8% for the Eagles, 25.9% for the Giants. Getting into the injury report, Robert Quinn is on IR. Avonte Maddox, IR. Kazir White, questionable. Quez Watkins is questionable. C.J. Gardner-Johnson is on IR for the Eagles. For your Giants, Darnay Holmes, questionable. Shane Lemieux, questionable. Henry Mondo is questionable. Nick McLeod and Richie James are questionable. Let's see. Eagles are favored by 7, minus 320 on the money line, plus 250 on the money line for the Giants. Over and under is 45. I think that this game is a lot more questionable than we would want to say, and for multiple reasons. It's getting further in the season, right? Things are getting a lot more, I want to say, intense. Things are getting a lot more down to the wire, right? This is where the heart starts to show up, right? You're going to see people making plays that you didn't see in the first weeks. You're going to start seeing quarterbacks that were quote unquote trash or garbage start to show up and do big plays and make something out of themselves. This is going to be closer than what we think it will be. I think it'll be an exciting game, but I'm not going to fade the Eagles. I'm going to go ahead and take the Eagles by 7. I'm cool with the points. I'm cool with the points on this one. Eagles by 7. All right. Next up, Baltimore Ravens, Pittsburgh Steelers. Ravens are 8-4. Steelers are 5-7. 52.3% for the Ravens, 47.1% for the Steelers. Lamar Jackson will be out. Tyler Huntley will be the starting quarterback in this game. So this is another one. I think Pittsburgh takes this. It's not going to be a landslide. It's going to be another good one. Pittsburgh is favored by 2.5. I'll take the Steelers by a touchdown in this. I'm cool with that. Over-under is 37. The over is going to hit on this. You're going to see a bunch of wild scores. The over is definitely going to hit on this one. So, yeah, going Steelers on this, 7 points. Next up, it's going to be Tennessee Titans and the Jaguars. The Jaguars. Say it with your chest. 46.6% for the Jags, 52.7% for the Titans. I'm really disappointed in the Jaguars. I am really disappointed in the Jaguars. Trevor Lawrence, man. I don't know. He was so hyped up. And he reminded me of Burrow, the way that they hyped him up. The only difference is obviously, Trevor didn't get as close as Burrow did to a Super Bowl. But he was so hyped up, and I had high hopes for him. I just wanted to see him ball out, and I've been disappointed over the weeks. This is an easy pick for me. It's Titans. I'll go Titans by 3. With that said, Tannehill's questionable. Treylon Burks is questionable. Hassan Haskins is questionable. David Long Jr. is questionable. C.J. Board is also questionable for the Titans. Trevor Lawrence, questionable. Zay Jones, Andre Sisco, Chad Muma is questionable for the Jaguars. Shout out to Zay Jones. I actually miss Zay Jones with the Bills, yo. If you're a real Bills fan, you remember Zay Jones used to have those big plays. Everybody's like, oh, yeah. Nah. Zay Jones used to do it, man. I miss Zay Jones. Shout out to you, Zay. Wish you the best of luck down there in good old Jacksonville. I'm going Titans on that one. Next up, KC, Broncos. Chiefs, Broncos. This is very, very simple. 86.8% for the Chiefs, 13.1% for the Broncos. What's up, Turk? Shout out to you, bro. Jonas is going Jaguars, even with Trevor Lawrence being questionable, bro. Come on, Jonas. Still. All right. Well, all right. I know how you do, bro. You. I already know. All right. Chiefs, Broncos. This one's pretty easy. McCole Hardman is on IR. Kadarius Toney is questionable. Nick Bolton is questionable as well. For the Chiefs, for the Broncos, Baron Brownie's questionable. Jacob Bobbin-Moyer is questionable. Tom Compton, Dalton Risner, and Brandon McManus. All right. Chiefs are favored by 9.5. 44 is the over-under. This is easy victory. You're gonna have a pissed off Chiefs team going to Denver to absolutely destroy the Broncos because of them losing to Cincinnati. So, yeah, this is easy victory for the Chiefs. I take the points. I'm fine with 9.5. Over as well. I do think it's going to be a blowout. So I'll take the points in the over. Next up, we got your Carolina Panthers and Seattle Seahawks. Panthers are just, I don't even know. What's one word that you guys would use to define the Panthers? Drop it in the chat. Let me know. I want to know what you guys what would be one word you would use to define the Panthers? Let me know. C by 6. Seahawks. Turk says unpredictable. Richard says lethargic. George says bird food. Yo, 68.7% for the Seahawks. They are favored by 3.5 points. Yeah, I'm riding with the Seahawks on this. This is, it's another one of those games. But these Panthers are just dismal. Yes, that's a good word, JJ. It's a great word. Jonas is not a buildable team. Spend some money. They can spend some money. They just got to figure it out. It's like they're just waiting on the next Cam Newton. No, you gotta put the pieces together. It's crazy. All right. I like the next one. I like this next one. Tampa Bay Buccaneers, San Francisco 49ers. All right. Jimmy Garoppolo is out. So we have Mr. Brock Purdy under center. With that said, I like what Purdy is doing. I'm not going to write him off yet. Like I said, I had San Francisco number 1 in the NFC going to the Super Bowl. Then I had the Cowboys. But with the Jimmy Garoppolo situation being injured, I dropped them down to number 2. Right? I dropped them down to number 2, and I put Cowboys number 1. If Brock Purdy can keep the good side of what he's doing and stop throwing interceptions, he's going to be a decent quarterback. I'm not saying he's going to go to the Super Bowl and win it, but he may be able to do just enough to keep San Francisco in it until Jimmy can come back. That's what I feel. Now, we all witnessed what Tom Brady did. We all witnessed what Tom Brady did. Tom Brady. Oh man. Well, what can I say about the man that hasn't already been said? I really feel like Tom Brady still has it. He still has it. Now, granted, the Saints is it's like his arch nemesis team, right? It's one of those his arch nemesis team that he plays, and that Brady magic just shows up every time when he gets in those situations, and sometimes he loses. But once again, Monday night, Brady came through and he showed that Brady magic. You know, I'm going to be completely transparent. You guys know I was talking all kinds of garbage, and I own this. I take full accountability for everything that I say. I was talking all kinds of garbage. He was playing trash in the first, the second quarter, third quarter. Obviously, you guys seen the game along with me. You're with me here. Fourth quarter, he has to come back, and he does it. And there's not too many quarterbacks that can do that. So that leads me into this game. I think it's going to be a really good one. Fournette's going to run the ball heavy, right? I think Mike Evans gets a lot more involved. But on the flip side, you've got Ayuk. You've got Samuel. Samuel's actually questionable. Bosa's questionable. McCaffrey, they're all questionable. But I do feel that McCaffrey is a little bit more has more potential to play. With that said, San Francisco is favored by 3.5, minus 190 of the money line, over under 37. I want to say San Francisco. I want to say it so bad. I really do. I want to say San Francisco so bad. But after what Brady just did, I think his mindset now is I still have a chance. I think Brady's mindset right now is I still have a chance. I can still win. And I'm still the GOAT. I got to go Bucks by 3. I might be wrong. But I got to go Bucks by 3. I got to do it. I think the Brady magic is alive and well. All right, next up. Miami Dolphins, Los Angeles Chargers. What are we saying about Tua right now? What are we saying about Tua right now? What's going on with Tua? There was so much talk. There was so much energy. There was so much excitement. He's the greatest thing in the NFL right now. What's going on with him? What happened? Forrest Gump, where you at? Why this had to happen? You got shot. All right, let's get into the matchup predictor. 43.7% for the Dolphins, 55% for the Chargers. Mr. Herbert has 3,339 yards, 20 touchdowns, 7 interceptions. Tagovailoa has 2,859 yards, 21 touchdowns, 5 interceptions. People sleep on Justin Herbert. I'm going to say that right now. People sleep on Justin Herbert, and that's because he hasn't really found a way to win. He has not found a way to win. And once Justin Herbert finds a way to win, he's going to become that superstar. He's almost there. He just needs a couple more pieces around him and some defense. And he can do it. And I know he can do it because he has these moments where you're looking at like, wow, this kid has it. He has it. Rye doesn't agree? You don't agree? Tell me why you don't agree. Let's see. Tell me why you don't agree, Rye. Let me know. Give me a reason. Forrest says Chargers over Fish. Herbert got picked by the Chargers. Enough said. Richard, yeah. Herbert just needs some support. If Herbert had the support, he would be a major contender. I don't think there's anyone that can't agree with that statement. You cannot deny the kid's talent. You cannot deny the kid's heart. You cannot deny his grit. The kid got his ribs basically almost destroyed, and he went out there and balled. Okay? We gotta give credit when it's due. But all right. With that said, I'm gonna go Miami by a touchdown. Because Herbert simply doesn't have the team that he needs to win. So there you go. Chargers. Dolphins. Dolphins are favored by 3. Over-under is 51.5. There it is. Last but not least, guys, Monday Night Football. We have your New England Patriots, Arizona Cardinals. Is Kyler Murray ready to play? Is he ready? Is he ready to play? Patriots injury report. Yanni Kajusti, Damian Harris, Jalen Mills, and Isaiah Wynn, questionable. For the Cardinals, Greg Dortch, Tracy McSorley, Byron Murphy, Charles Washington, and Rondell Moore are questionable for the Cardinals. Cardinals and Patriots. Patriots are favored by 1.5 points, minus 125 on the money line. Over-under is 44.5. Now, I'm going with the Patriots on this one for 2 reasons. Kyler Murray I think he's just not it. He's not it. Number 2, Cardinals are allowing 26.8 points per game. They're allowing 26.8 points per game, and Bill Belichick is going to find a way to eat that up. That is my take. That is my assessment. You guys can drop it in the chat. Prove me wrong. Hey. Jerry, and what if the Jets pull off the upset? You think we're going to let these Jets beat us twice? You think that's going to happen? Say it with your chest. You think these Jets going to beat these Bills twice? You think we're going to let that happen? Jesse says, if I had the support, I would have a podcast. Jesse, holler at me. Send me an email. See, this is what I do. I give everybody a shot. Because I never want anybody to say like, yo, Jay never gave me a chance. So you send me an email. Let me know how serious you are. We'll bring you on the platform. If you got a camera and a mic, let's go. Let's chop it up. I'm all about networking and helping people and bringing people on. That's all for the love. So holler at me. Shoot me an email. So I'm going Patriots for Monday Night Football. And those are my predictions for Week 14. If you guys want to, let's see here. You guys want to do a quick little bet? We'll do a bet idea. We're only going to do one though. So drop it in the chat. Let me know if you guys want me to do like a quick little, parlay for you guys. Pick which teams that you want to, or pick which game that you want the parlay for. And I'll put it up on the screen and we'll make it happen. So let me know which one you guys want. We'll do one. We'll do a quick parlay, 4-leg parlay for which game. What do you guys thinking? Drop it in the chat. Drop it in the chat. Richard says Bucks. Lutza says Bills. Bills don't have Von Miller. Yeah, listen, everybody been saying this. We was winning before we had Von Miller. Everybody been saying this. Von Miller's gone. Yes, it sucks. But we was winning before we had Von Miller. Von Miller was an addition to the defense. He wasn't the defense. Come on now. Let's talk about it. Philly, Cowboys, Pats. All right. We'll just choose. I'll choose one. What am I gonna pop open here? We're gonna do, what is it? We'll do Bills and Jets. That's what the parlay will be. Let me open up. Open this up here. Odds, NFL odds. Bills and Jets. The Bills and the Jets. All right, let me go ahead and put this up on the screen for you guys so you can see it. We'll go ahead and build out the parlay. And, yeah, we'll check it out. DraftKings, here we go. Drop this low. Bring this here, make this a little bit larger. All right. So we're going to do, obviously it doesn't make sense to do the money line for the parlay. So we're going to go ahead and we're going to take these Bills by 9.5. We're going to set this as it's going to change. Okay, here we go. Same game parlay. We're going to take these Bills by 9.5. We're going to hit the over. And then, let's see. Team scoring, game props. What do we got here? We can do first half. Right, let's say we take the first half. Bills up by, ooh, I like that actually. So first half, we could say Bills up by 11.5. spread for the first half. And then we can do... One second here. Let's do second half. So first half spread. Okay. All right, so we'll do it like that. First half, Bills up by 11.5. And then we can do highest scoring half. We'll say they get all their points out by the second half, right? I like that. So that's going to take your parlay and make the odds. Here we go. Plus 1,100. I like it. $100 bet on that one gets you 12 hundo. Obviously, if you don't want to bet that much money, you know, you can do something smaller. Do like $20, 240. $50 gets you 600. And then obviously $100 gets you 12 hundo. So there it is. Now, if you guys want to do, obviously, like, you know, pick your teams and things like that, you can do that as well. You have multiple options, but I think that is a great little parlay there that could make you guys some money. Like I said, I try to stay away from the long 16-leg team picks and all that kind of stuff. If you are going to pick teams, keep it to 4. Keep it to 4, 5, 6 maximum. And, you know, if you're trying to figure it out, make sure that it's, you know, money lines opposed to spreads and all that kind of stuff, so you don't get hurt on the spreads. So, but there it is, guys. With that said, thanks a lot, everyone. Shout out to all you guys. Much love. Shout out to the subscribers. Shout out to the Wrench Gang. And shout out to the family. I'll see you guys tomorrow for Thursday Night Football. Raiders and Rams. Make sure you guys subscribe if you have not. Click the bell to be notified of all future streams moving forward. And if we go back to the poll, it says that the Raiders will take it 70%. We'll see you tomorrow, guys. Have a great night, everybody. Peace out.